Little mini roundup during the halftime of the early games. So, our Stanford tree is one of the most controversial college mascots in the country. It always stood out to me, too. I always, they're one of my favorite ones to play with or against in the college, like football video games where you got to play as a mascot. So, I'd always be the trees or smack up on the trees, as I would call them. Stanford got rolled by Pitt yesterday. Once again, they looked like the better team in the first half. They had a nice little lead and they completely fell apart right before the half and then never regained their footing. Hostile environment, it's a tough place to play. Pittsburgh's 12-2. We really wanted that one, but 9-5. We're still in good shape. We got Virginia Tech coming up. Hopefully, that's a nice little bounce back game. So on ESPN, over half the country thinks Ohio State is winning the national championship now. How nice. I should say, so we went 50% last week, pretty much. We wanted Penn State and Ohio State, of course, has been our picks for the championship the whole time. But we really wanted to see Ohio State go against Arizona State. Texas is a way scarier school, way more championships. So that much more likely it could be them. Same with Notre Dame versus Georgia. They're the more storied school. But as far as like Notre Dame Penn State matchup, that seems like an easy win for Penn State because Notre Dame now has the rest excuse, and if they don't use that excuse, there's like not a good reason to ever bring up the what attacks unless it's in it for unless it's in it for Notre Dame to go all the way and win it, right? So coach thinks Notre Dame's way scarier than Penn State. Of course, we don't have Penn State win until like 2086 or something like that. So coach really wants Penn State to beat Notre Dame because Notre Dame's way scarier. And if we get past Texas and it's just Penn State sitting there, there's no way we're wrong, right? But it's still wait and see time pretty much because we got two really scary schools out of four left. And then Ohio State had Billy Graham preach to a sold-out crowd once upon a time, autogram connection. The Browns fired Ken Dorsey and Andy Dickerson. Now, of course, a lot of people think that that's not nearly enough and that they need to fire Stefanski. Pickens just clowning it up, trying to fight fans. One of the worst games of his career. I didn't even know when I started like clowning on him that he had so many tells that this was who he is. Like he's been thrown out so many times, he's melted down so many times, whereas the AI says crashes out, right? So he's definitely like a head case, but like not even the type that produces when you need it to. Like he's just a scrub. I would never want this guy's straight cancer, right? So literally, I had the stat line that'll be coming up. Let's see. So he got fined last year. 1 catch, 0 yards on 6 targets, against the Bengals. So there you go. And, the Steelers, I guess, weren't playing for the division one at that point because the Brownies didn't do them any favors, but that's even funnier. So Patrick Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl, but Jaden Daniels did. Jared Goff did. Obviously, Burrow. Darnold, that's crazy that Darnold won Pro Bowl. I'm telling you, when I was trying to tell people, like, Darnold's a good fit for Minnesota. Like, he looks like he knows, like, that whole team looks like they know something the rest of the league doesn't know. Like, they're going to show up and start surprising people. It's just that one mic'd up thing that I saw, right? And I was like, nobody's really talking about this team, right? So I had a feeling they were going to be good. I had no idea they'd be quite this good. I definitely know, like I said, they'd be competing to win the division, but I didn't know the Lions were going to have a record this good either and force the Vikings to play this well. So, let's see. What's going on here? Oh, I was thinking of the god Loki and how people say the phrase low key, right? Like keep it low key. And I was thinking like a lower key of harmony, right? So it's like maybe we can't hear the key they say their shit in, right? So there's some more stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, this person wants Stefanski fired. Browns have the most losses in the NFL over the past 20 years. Lions not too far behind. Kind of wish the Raiders and the Jags were doing a little better, so it'd be the Lions and the Browns right there. But you never know. Maybe there's no way for the Lions to beat that. I don't think the Lions can start out like 0-9 because the Raiders are probably losing this week too. Alrighty, before taking over, win the Super Bowl next year. So let's see. Oh yeah, so Vikings trying to offset home field advantage for the Lions. I really hope the Vikings win this game. And let's see. So yeah, they're gonna like stack the crowd in their favor a little bit more. Oh yeah, so this is coach talking. It's a key third down. The Cowboys. So yeah, it's a key third down that we're trying to get a stop here, and it's just completely blown catch. It's ridiculous. They somehow didn't make this freaking play. Oh wait, no, this is a different. Oh yeah, this was a key third down stop, right? And he didn't get this interception. And the commentator says, "Here, I'll play it." Forcing turnovers like that, this defense will become elite when they start to do that. So the only thing keeping the defense from being elite is for actually forcing the turnovers that they're getting the chance to get. This was inside of the Ohio State Forgotten Dawn book, like right at the beginning, dedicated to the devil. Is that not something that like only coach would have expected to find inside of an Ohio State football book? like sorry. So Eric Dickerson gets to keep his record, 2105 yards, 2005 for Saquon. So you just throw a 1 in there, coach drops 1 and 0, so they both have 25 yards. Here's the flea flicker I thought we were about to watch a second ago. So someone other than Jaden Daniels throwing a perfect ball for a touchdown. That's just dropped for no reason. Just absolutely unacceptable. And here's Malik Hooker. He's had a good game. It's interesting that he's getting some notable plays. You know, someone we've had on our radar. So, love this headline. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels is fine after ugly hit versus Falcons. If your girlfriend told you she was fine, would you believe her? Right? Like, fine isn't good. So, he left again this game to get checked out. Apparently he had his leg bent underneath his body in the Falcons game, right? So he re-aggravated again this game, and the Commanders are down 6-3, but they could have been up 7-6 if they would have caught that touchdown pass, and they got a great goal line stop, 10.5, made the stop the Cowboys on all 4 downs because the Cowboys opted not to take the field goal to go up 9-3. So they went for it, and they made a great stop on 3rd down. Cowboys just blew it on 4th. They had a wide open guy, missed the pass. But, you know, you give your guys a chance. And then let's see, possible wild card opponents. So the Bucs one just seems insane. Like the Commanders got to win, or Packers loss, and Rams or Packers loss, and a Bucs win. Like there's just a lot going on there. So coach he's not too scared of the Bucs. We think it's either going to be the Eagles or the Rams, and you know we want the Ramskins matchup. So hopefully, you know, we just need the Commanders to win and the Rams to win. But we don't want to get in there and have to root for we don't want to win and then, or we don't want to lose and then hope the Packers have to lose and the Rams win. That's just weak, right? But it is the Cowboys, so you never know. Let's see, first half stats. Like I said, they're struggling. Only 20 pass yards. I think Marigoata could chuck up 20. To mention some super important stuff. So Marcus Lattimore is still resting an injury. He's only played 2 games for the Commanders this season, so he's going to make a huge difference for him in the playoff push. And what else do we got? Their running backs like coming back from a concussion, so he's being a little rusty. He'll snap back from it, but man, there had to be something else. I can't remember. Remember what I forgot to do? We forgot to check in on the games. Alrighty, so that seems important. So yeah, we already know about yesterday. We split. You know, we thought the Browns were going to beat the Ravens, so when that didn't go our way, we knew the Bengals would beat the Steelers, ended up being a dramatic finish, but we got it. Falcons beating the Panthers at halftime. That's what we had. We hope that holds. Same with Texans over Titans. We hope that holds. Eagles beating the Giants. We mostly don't care. It makes sense for the Eagles to win that. They're already up 10. And then Jags Colts. We really don't care about that one. We give the Colts a meaningless win because they suck. And then obviously we want the Commanders to come back on the Cowboys. Bears up 14-13 at halftime on the Packers. Oh man, I don't think the Bears will hold on to that, but we'll see. I had the Saints beating the Buccaneers, so hopefully that stays. Looks like the Saints are actually about to score again, go up 19-6. Hopefully they make that kick. Wow, Bills trailing the Patriots. I know the Bills probably don't have much to play for because their tickets already punched, but I gotta imagine they're gonna try to win this one and probably come back there. And then Chargers Raiders. We'll take the Chargers. No Mac Crosby on the Raiders. It's tough to see them pulling it out. Oh, I was thinking, one thing with the year removed. So, okay, so maybe Bailey Zappi's not going to work out. Who would be a good option instead? Would we maybe actually be able to get Aiden O'Connell, who I wanted the entire time? How interesting would that be if that's who they got going into next season? It's Aiden O'Connell and Tom Brady instead of, I didn't even care about. That's the reason I didn't look at Bailey Zappi to begin with, because I wanted Aiden O'Connell. And it was like, oh, I guess we're not going to be able to get him this season. Well, now there's time. So hopefully that works out. Niners, Cardinals, we still don't really know what's going on there. We're definitely pulling for the Chiefs over the Broncos. We want the Rams over the Seahawks for sure. Rams and Commanders, that's the games we care about the most today. And we want the Vikings to beat the Lions because we're fading the Lions big time. Dolphins and the Jets. I don't know what the Dolphins playoff scenario is, but the Bengals are the better team to get in than the Dolphins. It makes more sense. So give me the Jets in that one actually. Hard not to feel good if you're coach right now. So Jaden Daniels gets benched. Performance and health concerns, he's not playing well, and it's well, he's not 100% anyways. Let's save him for the playoffs. Only had 3 points on the day. It's deep into the third quarter. Okay, only had 3 points on the day, 20 yards passing. They bring Marigoata in, and what do you know? 5-yard touchdown to Ertz on the very first drive, right after throwing a big bomb. It's 40-yard pass or something like that. He basically just finished it off with that Ertz touchdown. But of course, Philadelphia Eagles champion Zach Ertz, guy coach would have picked for an anytime touchdown in Mariota's first start for sure. Just not a lot to say. It's always weird. When it actually happens, I'm speechless. But I can finally stop saying it. It's Marcus Mariota time.